Bell. I'm the curator for Central District Forum for Arts and Ideas. We are at Showing Out, Black choreographers. Let me say it right. Showing Out, contemporary Black choreographers in Seattle. Okay, you are about to see some of my most favorite people on stage. People that I don't know who are becoming my favorite people on stage. It's going to be so fire, so beautiful, so wonderful. Just grab a seat, child. Just go. It's okay. Oh, the other thing is, like, you can move. So you're like, I can't see something. You want to like tiptoe somewhere else. Guess what? It is okay. Like, we're not trying to be that formal and that stuff. Just get up and move. All right? Because I don't want y'all to be like, we couldn't see. I already told you to move. So don't act like if you don't know me, this is my personality. This is just who I am. And I mean it all in love. I know Seattle like, oh, he was too hard. She offended me. Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, send in the email. I won't answer it. Let me get down to business. On behalf of Central District Forum for Arts and Ideas, I acknowledge the land on which we stand today. As a traditional home of the Coastal Salish people, the traditional home of all the tribes and bands within the Duwamish, Suquamish, Tulalip, and Muckleshoot nations. Without them, we would not have access to this gathering and to this dialogue. I ask that we take this opportunity to thank the original caretakers of this land who are still here. Now, along with that, I'm going to give acknowledgement to our Black ancestors. I cannot do a land acknowledgement without acknowledging the fact that this is why we are here. We are here to celebrate Blackness. We are here because enslaved people were brought to this country, and they had to fight for us to be on stages. They had to fight for us to be in this building, and they continue to fight for us. These are our ancestors. And we on this earth, we're still fighting for today. So as I do my land acknowledgement, I acknowledge our ancestors. They are with us, they are in this space, always and continuously. The artist will bring the ancestors into the space with you. You bring your ancestors into the space, we're going to have a dang on good time in college. Yeah, all right? Showing Out is not like any other dance performance you've seen before. Once again, this is cute. But you can be like, yes, word, up, hey, ho. You can do that also. We will not hush you, we will not shush you, we will not tell you to be quiet. If you want to stand up and you feel like the need to dance, don't get on stage, stand up and dance. Is
that what this is for? Oh.
Yeah, that's to stop you. Not you. I think they can get out here. Yeah, you want to, so we talked before. So she's the only one that has to come on the floor and dance. The rest of them, yeah. They do not talk to me beforehand. And you'll find something new every single time. Every single time I see these pieces, I see something new and the artists reveal something very different about themselves. Some of you that have been to Showing Out, you're like, why this setup? Why this? Because we're doing something different. What you're coming to is a work in progress showing. The artists, they're trying to like show you what they're working on, what they're thinking about. And you as the audience, if you choose to stay, you get to be in dialogue with the artist about your experiences with their pieces, and I'll explain more about that later. Then they're gonna have a few months, a month and a half to go work on their pieces, and then they're gonna do their pieces again upstairs in the theater. You won't have a conversation after that, you'll just come to a show, like a real regular show. This gives the artist time to really process and see like, did this land with the audience, did this not land with the audience, am I on the right track, do I want to do something different? A lot of times in festival settings, you don't get to do that. You're like, let's do our piece, and then we're done with that piece until the next piece. We wanted the artist to be in process for a longer duration point of time, and maybe they want to take their piece and develop it further. A few of our artists that have been in Showing Out past, they actually developed their work in Showing Out, and then they did a show here at Langston Hughes co-produced by CD Forum, Central District Forum for Arts and Ideas. So also at CD Forum, we give you an opportunity to stay with us for a very long time. We're not like, okay, great, we're done working with you, bye. I've been with CD Forum since I moved here in 08, 09. I started off as an artist, I became a production manager, and now I'm the curator. So that's a testament to what CD Forum and the mission of CD Forum is. Started by Stephanie Ellis Smith and ran by that woman right there, Shannon Irene. First up, you will have Keelan Johnson and Company. After that, Michael O'Neill Jr., Syra Barbaric, Brian Evans Jr., Neve Camila Mazik Bianco, Kyle Bernbach, and Gilbert Small. And to end our show will be Marquise Wiley. That is it for now. You will not see my face until the end of the show. Y'all need to warm up this theater with your voices and your claps and your stomps before I bring. If it ain't good enough, I'm not bringing them out. Okay. She's a control freak. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
Only reason why they keep girls like me in the closet is because I change everyone's way of thinking about our lifestyle. Personally, I think homosexuals are the most creative, intelligent, and the most social people out there. Yes, we make mistakes, but they make mistakes too. People are so busy wasting their time bashing faggots when they could be doing something a lot more positive. These are the people you have to worry about. Our whole fucking world is being run by perverted undercover fags that run around talking about how straight they are. You got big time celebrities that go around in their cars picking up transvestites, having sex with them, and then getting on national TV making fun of them. Everything you do in life is like a boomerang. When you throw it, it eventually comes back. Don't fuck with me. This is me. You understand? No, I'm not a woman. No, I'm not a man. I am a girl with a little extra. All I did was enhance it, that's all. I love myself for what I am and who I am. I'm beautiful, I'm talented, and there's no woman out there that can stand next to me. And if they can, bring it on down.
She deserves it. Beautiful, has no qualifications.
Do you think she deserved it?
Missy, I don't say she's not beautiful, but she wasn't looking beautiful tonight. She doesn't equal me. Look at her makeup. It's terrible. Taking the wrong way. She looks bad. the money to put it in the bank. She's not getting any money. It's only for Busy and it's bad for Busy. So how and all the rest, I'm declared as one of the ugliest people of the world. She won't make money off of mine, names on. She can make it all with Carlo and all the rest of the fools that will flock to her, but not with me. You can take all the pictures you want of me, but I expect our thing on this thing. Get a picture with me and Harlow and see which is more beautiful, darling.
I am here, and nothing can push me aside. Nothing can change what goes on in this world. This world is for me too, honey. I have a right to be here just like everybody else. They have to understand that. Simple as that. My father always says, if you're gonna do something, do it all the way, do it well, or don't do it at all.
Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God.
What is masculinity to me? Where did I learn to be masculine? What are my thoughts on masculinity? To me, the majority of society sees masculinity as very specific types of traits and specific people. They're usually male-bodied, dressed in a certain way. To look more or be more masculine is to like sports, have facial hair, big muscles. You don't really show your emotions unless it's violence. That is their sense of masculine. That has never been mine. The majority of what I learned to be masculinity, its energies and traits, is what I learned from women I was raised by and characters I watched in cartoons, anime, and shows like Power Rangers growing up. The women around me always did what they could to provide for their family, friends, whomever they knew needed it. The characters in the shows I watched helped define what masculinity was to me. A very different take than how society and media were telling me to act. There were some similarities, like being competitive or strong, but those I looked up to were never violent or demeaning to others just to get their needs met. These characters and people were strong both physically and mentally, and had many sides. Masculinity, a tool to mask you. Hiding emotions. For if they are shown, you are weak. Speak only to take charge and assert dominance. This lesson stays prominent. Dare to speak with care and compassion, words without whips sting, and be seen as someone who is less equipped to lead. The ones I looked up to in my life used their strength to protect those that were weaker than them, whether it be friend or foe. They did their best to help those in need. But if you were on some bull, you were called on it and told to fix your shit. That's how it's continuously been throughout my life. This isn't to say that some people I looked up to didn't have traits of what we now call toxic, but in my case, that was rare. Because the women around me were so helpful to me and others that needed it, I learned that that type of strength, as well as masculinity, is not just in male-bodied people, but everyone. Those showing a softer side of masculinity, sticking up for others, speaking your emotions, not being aggressive, is what makes people, including myself, be seen and teased as weaker, gay, not manly, and whatever else. Because I, don't fit into the stereotype of what a man is, especially in the Black community. I was and still am not considered Black or man enough from many people because I'm mixed, queer, I don't play sports anymore, I don't really care about them at all. I dance, I don't just listen to rap, and so much more. I just don't fit into the stereotypes that people feel define Blackness, masculinity, or Black masculinity. How can you lead with only force? Voice becomes hoarse from the pressure to hold in what you need say most. Diamonds are not formed from this type of pressure, just cracks in the heart. Made to reject a gentler side of your soul, this mask is restraint. Chains of generational trauma caused by colonial society norms go against, and you are outcast. But you see, masculinity is on a spectrum. It's not just one thing, just like Blackness is not one way of being. It's ever-changing as time passes and different with each person. I know colonization has made everyone think in binaries, but masculinity is fluid. Masculinity exists within everyone, no matter how you identify. So there isn't much to do but outlast those with views of stereotypes. Their minds are set in stone. But with your mind and energy, flow like ocean, strong and soft, unyielding yet gentle, masculinity's image is portrayed through your vision, actions, words. Find your definition. Let it change and grow. The only mold to adhere to is your own mind. Vast like space. So that's just a little bit about how I feel about masculinity.
Conjure is African American occultism. The term applies to an extensive area of magic, practices, and lore that includes healing, spells, and supernatural objects. In cultures from which the slaves were drawn in West and Central Africa, Religion was not a distinct, compartmentalized sphere of activity, but a way of life within which all social structures, institutions, and relationships were rooted. The African person was immersed in a spiritual universe. Spirituality provided the basis for knowledge. African societies were organized around belief in a wholly sacred reality, which manifested both by the material realm of the senses inhabited by human beings and by the realm of the unseen, inhabited by spirits, ancestors, and the dead. In Black folk belief, the boundaries between the spirit and the self were often experienced as permeable. Conjure practices like African American possession ceremonies and healing rituals placed a great emphasis on the acquisition of supernatural power for addressing mundane needs. I call in what's for me. Casting out malevolence, dodging manipulation, I ground myself in my needs, in my goals, my dreams. I extend my intentions beyond my body to seek their safest conclusion. I build my barriers with graded doors, perfectly permeable, so only that which I allow to pass through me. I bind my spirits and my soul to this body. I call in earthly energy to my airy form. I cast out those who mistake my giving for foolishness. I cast out those who abuse my spirit for their own gain. I bind what is mine to me. I cast out what others have thrown on top. I cast out your projections. I cast out your perceptions. I cast out the white supremacy that informs your desire to destroy me. I alone own my pain, so that I may turn it into pleasure. I call it my home. I call it casting
blue flames. Propaganda's crack your face with silicone rules and loose. Death tally down the alley, shape stalks. I'm looking for something sweet to open you up like a sugar cane. I drew a killing Satan's legacy, heaven sent. No, I was man-made, I couldn't call myself a god. Like triple nine the savage with a sharp knife. Pussy bomb type, Hussein in a pound box, smoking flower dust with Heath Ledger's ghost in the limelight. Digital switchblade, chronic in the trap, John Dick Grace with my dick card, demigod with a hacksaw. Blue flash. Blue flash. Blue flash. Blue flash. Because the shadows in the night and I can't get no sleep. Blow calls on my flight, cause they fucking so sweet. Don't want your money, just the sounds of hearing you bleed. From the double's edge blade, why you play your knees? Fuck your politics. Me, apocalypse. Fuck your politics. And me, apocalypse. I lost an arm and a leg. Fucking fighting off Nazis, the hardest motherfucker out. Nigga, no one can stop me until they ambush me. And the lieutenant shot me. Straight execution style, all bloody and sloppy. My body laid dead maggots. More than a rotten next to the hellfire. Sports flame came and it got me. Now I'm cracking fucking ass to the pain of a menace. Took a short stay, vacate. Now the assistants just came home for Vietnam. Finished dropping off bombs, Hiroshima, Nagasaki. Quick, kill, cut, copy, click, clack, creep, quick, kill, recipe, copy, relapse, reload, resurrection, beast mode. Lincoln shadows in the night, and I can't get no sleep. Blow the dogs on my flank, cause they fuck me for free. Don't want your money, just the sounds of hearing you bleed. From the double edged blade, why'd you credit me? Fuck your politics. Need to be a rock of lips.
Now, I know what you're thinking. Well, at least I know what I'm thinking. Oh my God. Not another durational piece. And for those who have never seen or heard of the durational or endurance work of art, it sometimes requires a performer to do some sort of repetitive motion over and over and over and over and over and over again as some sort of social commentary on one thing or the other. And I know what you're thinking. Well, at least I know what I'm thinking. Now, said artist has undercut his own social commentary with meta-commentary. By breaking the fourth wall, he demonstrates that not only does he know what a durational or endurance work art is, but he seems to be applauding his own brilliance in creating such a witty and crafty break with this tried and true theatrical convention. And I know what you're thinking. Well, at least I know what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that this shit is crazy. I mean, it's a 7-minute piece. I'm not gonna be able to do this. And that's why I've been trying to break down this wall. Because it's the only way I'm gonna get through. So, whatever you can do, please.
Now that I have disappeared, I have my sight. Beautiful black, you are unveiled. Now you're mine. So let my voice bellow about you, silent night. Let my voice echo out from caves and mines. But universe, I see your face in blackest night.